This is going to be a quick video guide on doing a region transfer. This will allow you to have access to the eShop. The prerequisites to this are that your target 3DS console that you're going to be region changing has to be modified. I will include a link in the description to detail what that process looks like. Both consoles must be fully up to date. Both consoles must not be banned. Both consoles must have access to the eShop already. So we can just check that. Just make sure they can both sign on. Alright, so both of them are able to access the eShop, no problem. And again, this one's already modified. That's a prerequisite. I've already got Homebrew Launcher and FBI and whatnot on there. God Mode 9 has to be installed so you can perform the region transfer. I will also include the link below for the region transfer guide that is on the 3ds.hacks.guide website. You will need the CTR transfer files for the target region which you would like to switch to. In this case, I have the North American CTR transfer file. Without further ado, the first step that we are going to need to do is go into system settings on both. And I am going to need my Google Translate because I don't read Japanese. We're going to need to go into the system settings, and we're going to need to go to the system transfer. I'm going to do the same thing on both. It's going to connect to the internet and perform a check to see if it's able to perform a transfer. I believe you can only do a transfer once every 2 weeks or so. This is going to ask. We're going to do 3DS for both. I'm going to hit agree. So this one we're going to be transferring to from the console that we want to modify. So we're going to say received and sent. Say next. I'm going to have to sign into the Nintendo Network ID over here. Let me cover that up. It's just the password. It's going to log in. Now it's going to search. I might have to reboot this console. Just 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm going to reboot this one. Okay, so I had to do one extra thing on this device. I had to boot into God mode and wipe off the Nintendo ID. After doing so and rebooting, seems like I'm now able to start the transfer. And then I'm going to confirm on this one, say yes. And then on this one, I want to hit next, confirm, and say yes, it is going to wipe this console. And we'll wait for this process to get started. So that's a new step. I haven't done the Pokemon Picross hacks yet with the newest version that got released not too long ago. So I didn't think about having to wipe the Nintendo ID, but after wiping the Nintendo ID, the transfer seems to be working. And move. Okay, so now everything's going to transfer over, and I will resume the video when that is completed. I'll be right back. Okay, the transfer is completed, so we're going to reboot both consoles now. On this console, I'm actually going to hold start while rebooting. And what that's going to do is it's going to boot into God Mode 9 right away. It should. There we go. And now, before we do anything else on this console, we're going to hit Home, we're going to go to Scripts, GM9 megascript, CTR NAND transfer. I think I didn't put it in the right folder, so let me take care of that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just had to move it to the GM9/in folder, and it was only in GM9. So that's moved. I see 11.5.0, 3U, U for North America, and we're going to select it and say yes. We're going to enter the code to unlock. We're going to let that do its thing. This console's not needed anymore. We're just going to leave it alone, and we're going to focus on this one now. This will take a few minutes, so we'll be right back when that's completed. Okay, CTR NAND transfer successful. We're going to go to exit. We're going to relock, and we're going to hit start to reboot. I'm going to go ahead and plug this one in now, which is the charger. And it'll take you to the first time setup. Say English. We're going to go through this whole setup. I'll be right back when I'm at the home screen. And this is an important thing at the region select country of residence. You want to pick United States. For me, at least, that's what it's going to be. I'm not going to set the state. It won't matter. All right, we'll be right back when we're on the home screen. I can lower the brightness so you can see what's going on. Okay, we're on the home screen. I've got the brightness turned down so you can see. First thing we're going to do is go into settings, and we're going to update the console. And I'll be right back when that's completed. Okay, system update is complete, and now we're going to reboot. Okay, we're fully rebooted, and now let's head over to the eShop. We'll just confirm it's all working. I'm going to say do not receive notifications. Say no. There we go, we're in. We could just search something up and we'll download it to show it's all working. Do the same thing, Pokemon Picross, which was used to mod this console in the first place. Okay. It may ask me to sign into a Nintendo ID. You must link a Nintendo. I'm going to sign in and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my Nintendo Network ID created and signed in. I just created a new one. And just to show you, this is the panel. It's probably hard to see, but it's 3DS LL. It is a Japanese region console. We're going to download Pokemon Picross and show that all the functions working. Got to do zip code. No, I don't want that. Whatever. Okay. So you download now. So that's pretty much all there is to it. This is the quickest way to do the transfer. You do need 2 consoles from the original region that you're doing a region change from. They both need to be unbanned. They both need to have access to eShop already in their own respective region. I hope this clears a couple of things up for you if you're coming into this with the assumption that this was not possible. And now you know what that path looks like to get this console to the region that you want. The reason why this works is because when you do a system transfer, both these consoles phone home to Nintendo's servers, and that's how they are able to find out if the consoles are banned or if they're even able to do a transfer in the first place. When you do the transfer, this hardware ID that's associated with their back-end system gets wiped, which makes it available to be re-registered under a new region. This is because the motherboard, they don't manufacture the motherboards per region. When the consoles are sent out, if it has not been associated with an eShop yet, you can do a region change and you'll be able to access the eShop just fine. That's because Nintendo's servers, as far as they're concerned, have never seen that board before. So let's go ahead and just launch it, and then that'll be it. Okay. And this is modded, so you can. I have to launch download play and switch it to the homebrew app just like you do during the hack setup. There you go. That's it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. You can join my Discord in the link, or you can shoot me a message. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.